Unpresidented?
Yes.
Oh, hi, Cliff.
Hey, how are you?
Hi. And you are a liberal helper, as is Laffy, our friend. You said, I think Laffy should write all future AP headlines because the Associated Press the story was just, he's in great spirits. Despite legal and political headwinds, those around Trump describe him as unbothered and emboldened by a sense of invincibility.
Wow.
He's continuing to tease a comeback run for president. And Laffy just said, let me revise that for you. Traitorous criminal continues to be a soulless sociopath not worthy of this post on our site. Thank you. Thank you. I nominate her as well.
She's an LA gal. That was perfect stuff.
Yeah. I know, Cliff, it's just, here's the thing. I will not play his sound bites. I get that people get pissed when you're like, he's been banned from Twitter, don't post his statements. But You do need to know what he's saying in the sense that, first of all, the first thing you ask is, that's legally actionable, isn't it? Like, isn't this just more evidence that we now have mountains of on tape, on, statement, on Twitter, on whatever you want to call it, right?
I mean, I would think so. Like, you have, prosecutors, former prosecutors on here. I'm not a lawyer. I do think of myself as a human with a working cerebral cortex, and I don't understand how you can stand up and tell people and dangle pardons and threaten people and do all sorts of things that are clearly obstruction of justice, that were obstruction of justice when Nixon did them. I've tried to stay in there with Merrick Garland. I've really tried. And I get that building these new cases takes time. But Mueller, gift wrapped the obstruction for him, in the Mueller report. I just don't understand why that has not been prosecuted yet. And the longer this guy is left out there, he is a toxic, he's a destructive force to anything that's around him. Yeah. And if you let him keep going like this, he will destroy our democracy. That is all that he is trying to do to protect himself.
Well, I mean, and it's so clear, Cliff, that he is emboldened by, no one's going to stop me. Not the Justice Department, not the Republican Party. No, first impeachment, second impeachment. No one's going to stop me. I'm just going to keep doing it. And it's just, this coup is just ongoing. And I think that's the thing, Cliff. We keep saying it over and over again. But just this thing that it's all out in the open has always been his strategy. That he thinks that's why he gets away with it. It's like, it's not hidden. It's all out. How can it possibly be illegal? I'm doing it all out in the open.
No, I think you're right? I mean, that has been the strategy. I don't think his strategy on purpose, because he is way too stupid to put together a coherent strategy, much less thought on something like that. But I think just his natural instincts to throw everything out there works for him, because people are so shocked and taken back. And then they're like, well, he's saying all of this, so he can't really be a crime. I mean, you named before the fact that with Liz Cheney, I mean, we are lucky to have that velociraptor. I mean, I'm sorry. I could disagree with Liz Cheney all day long. I loathe many of the things, if not everything, she stands for. And yet we just never, why being liberal means you have to be wimpy. The fact is, she can turn doorknobs. We know that, like velociraptors, right? She can do that thing. And she's doing it. She will turn those doorknobs and open those doors to get to the information we need her to get to, hopefully to put this man in prison.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and this is, again, the second impeachment could have stopped him from running again. But here we are, where you referred to this AP story. Oh, he's feeling invincible and emboldened and talking about running again, because it's just, I mean, okay.
The other thing that may be our best.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. So
the other thing that may be our best sort of ace card to play here, I won't use that other term, is the fact that he and DeSantis hate each other. I think we should be trying to egg that thing on.
Yeah.
Plant some stories with Trump attacking DeSantis and DeSantis attacking Trump. So they just sort of, it becomes like Godzilla versus King Kong. You just hope they take each other out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, we've been talking about Bill Maher a lot because a lot of people are, because just, I don't know what's happened. He's become, a Fox News host, basically.
Yeah.
And but that's part of it is, it's not me that's changed, it's liberals that have got, and I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but you and John talk all the time about Democratic strategy. I mean, all of the stuff we've passed is wildly popular with the American people.
Yes.
It is not some fringy left stuff that we're passing. And infrastructure and everything that's in Build Back Better and on, right? And it's the right. And we've just, in this conversation, Cliff, talked about outright fascism embraced by the right. So you tell me which party's changed.
Right. Well, and again, they won't even bring the context to what it is that Biden and Democrats are doing. When you've had so many needs ignored, I mean, Jesus, bridge just fell in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
We've got two that are structurally unsound here in Cincinnati. I won't drive over. Like, when you've ignored your infrastructure to that point, you may have to put more money into fixing your infrastructure. That doesn't make it liberal.
Yeah.
That makes it I'd rather not die in a river.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear anything else you said because you said Cincinnati and you're wearing your Bengals hat, so I feel like I must say
Does Cincinnati have a song?
Go Rams.
Does Cincinnati have a song named after
We
it?
have so many songs you can't even imagine.
Okay.
We do, actually, and I should know it, but of course I don't.
I said earlier today when I saw you were booked, I was like, oh, that's going to be a death match. That's going to be a Rams-Bengals death match in hour 3.
It is, but I can't say who they think are to beat them Bengals. Nobody can. We go into their homes and we thrash them like a Bengal tiger.
Okay. And it is the Lunar New Year of the Tiger.
Until you get butted off a cliff by a ram. Okay. All right. Here's what I love about you is because you commit to a joke, which I said when Joni Mitchell left Spotify that there is not both sides now to the debate, and I got nothing here. I got no laughs. I got nothing. And you said, I believe Barry Manilow just told Spotify that he, in fact, can smile without them. And you said, this turns out this was a rumor, but I am leaving the original tweet because I like the joke. See, it is a good joke. It's a good joke.
I'm sorry. Like, I will correct to the point of, I will say to people, I got it wrong. It looked like I thought that I'd seen that he was taking his stuff off Spotify. But if I put that correction up there, screw you. I'm keeping the damn joke. If it made people laugh, I'm going with it. It's not like it's a joke about something that's killing people. It's about Barry Manilow.